Mel Garlick, AKA the Big Cheese, Long Island, New York. I'm here doing Laffaholics at BRIC Studios. I'm gonna bring it to the house. Big Cheese style.
Ow! Y'all remember that song? Only old school in the house remember that. Ow. All right, DJ. Thank you. How's Brooklyn doing? Yeah, Brooklyn changed a lot. I grew up down here, Fort Greene. That's right, do or die. Yeah, man, back then, shit. What? I'm getting paid for this. Yo, Brooklyn, man, it's changing now. Like, you got like a beautiful mosaic array of cultures living here now. Wasn't always like that. I think my family took advantage of that when they were growing up, when I was growing up. We married everybody. They're like a representative from every country in the UN in my family. My family reunions look like a melting pot of fucking confusion. For real, it's like a pack of M&Ms. Multicolors, chocolate, and a few fucking nuts. Like, it's everybody in my family. I got two Uncle Toms. They're like in a committed relationship with each other. They the almond joy of the family. Chocolate coated and white on the inside. Two nuts. But it's real confusing. It's confusing because I got family. It gets really confusing with my family down south. I got family that live in the south. And they like coming to New York every year during the holiday season for the shoplifting. Like the last holiday season, we invite them up. You know, they had the nerve to bring their own fucking guests. I said, why'd you bring this food? They said, well, he drives. How else we gonna get here? 3 days turned into a month. I either got charged them rent or paid them to leave. Right? So I approached this uninvited guest of theirs, engaged him in some conversation. I said, it must have been expensive driving to New York with all the tolls, especially. He said, no, it wasn't. I just went through the lane that said easy pass, no cash. Like it was optional, this fool. You know, now he all laid back in my house, stink feet on my couch pillars, drinking up my white Hennessy. You know how expensive that is? He want to engage me in conversation now. Because he couldn't figure out the family resemblance between me and my family down south. Because we go from one extreme to the next. He says, what's your ethnic makeup? I says, ambiguous, bitch. like he's still looking confused. I said, what's yours? He didn't answer me. I said, I broke it down. My mother is black with deep Caribbean roots. My father looked very European white with deep Southern black roots. He started getting all philosophical on me, right? He's going to quote Malcolm X. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock landed on us. I said, the slave master landed on my grandma. That's why the fuck I look like this, bitch. But, it's like living in a confused state of contradiction. I got rhythm, I could dance, but for some strange reason, I can't bounce a ball and run at the same time. I'm usually late to work, but I pay my bills on time. It don't make any sense. And the hardest thing, I'm not quite 9 inches, ladies, but I'm more than 3. Could you get with me on that? I do come from a multicultural family. I got a Jewish cousin that visits us religiously every month in Brooklyn. He owned the fucking building. After the eviction and to escape poverty, I joined the U.S. Marine Corps. Right? And the drill instructors told us, the recruits, that there weren't any whites, blacks, or yellow people in the Corps, and that we were all different shades of green. Like I wasn't already confused. I'm thinking to myself, what am I, camouflage? So at that point, I decided to be whatever best suit the situation I was faced with at the moment, like a chameleon. So when I go out dancing, I am my black self. Shit, when I go for a job, I'm my white self. Man, when I took that very important SAT exam, shit, I was Asian. Yo, it was, like I said, when I grew up in Fort Greene, it was a tough neighborhood back then. We had to travel the streets in large groups for protection. That's why I became a light-skinned, freckle-faced gang. Nobody feared us. We were known as great negotiators. I remember in elementary school going up to kids, give me your homework. I'll do it for you. One kid came back to me and said, stay away from me and my homework. I got an A, you messing up my rep. Reported me to the teacher. I told her I got a reputation to keep myself. Man, well, we had to, we were poor. We didn't have no health care. There was no Obamacare back then. We only went to the doctor for something life-threatening. Stab, gunshot wound, carpal tunnel syndrome. Fortunate for me, I did come from a household with an old school West Indian mom. She had a remedy for everything, right? You come to her with an ailment, she starts boiling and mixing Bushin thing in the pot. Talking about, I'll cure that. I get a stuffy nose. She said, come now, sniff the tea from the boiling Bushin thing, son. It helped, I felt better. I get a sore throat. She said, come now, sip the tea from the boiling Bushin thing, son. It helped, I felt better. Some years went by, I'm raising a family of my own. I start suffering from stress and anxiety. I called my mom. She said, come now, time to smoke the Bushin ting, son. You know, that shit helped. I feel fantastic up here, man. Yeah. But I grew up poor. We didn't have a lot. Like, Christmas didn't even come every year for us. I thought my parents read the scriptures wrong. It felt like Christ was born in February during a leap year. So all I'm saying, it came late and infrequent. I remember the first time Santa came, at least my mother said it was Santa. My father said it's sacrifice for Christ's sake, you know. And in the living room, there was one gift wrapped in newspaper. There was 5 of us, one gift for everybody. My parents couldn't find 3 wise uncles bearing gifts. Needless to say, we ran in there, ripped off the newspaper, opened the gift, and my brothers became increasingly discouraged. It was one sweater for everyone. I read the label. I said, don't be discouraged. It says one size fit all. I'll take it on Tuesday. I see a lot of couples here, man. I'm old school. You got married folks? Give it up, give it up. I'm a survivor. I've been married 37 years. Give it up. Same sex, she's mostly on top now. You know, if you've been married that long, you shouldn't pay taxes. You feel me on that? My marriage predates booty calls. You know, that movie didn't come out to the 90s. That's all I'm saying. I save a lot on my Verizon bill. All I gotta do is turn over and tap that ass, you know. It was crazy, crazy. But, you know, if you ask my wife, it was love at first sight. Initially, I didn't agree with that thing, love at first sight. The thing about it, when we met, she wore these thick Coke bottle eyeglasses. And right away, she forecast the future. Said, I'm going to marry you. Then Then when we got married, I began to experience a strange new sensation on my head at night. It was like a magnetic pull. One night it was really strong. I turned around, there she was, with those glasses on, looking in my head, reading my thoughts, stealing my dreams, and shipping sacred scents. But the ironic thing about my whole marriage is when I met my wife, she was on the pill. Now I'm on the fucking pill. Hey, I'm Mel Garlick, the Big Cheese. Thank you.